cure your wounds.
Right. Fry's the name. I didn't actually say Fry. What do I mean?
Hello, once again.
Yes,
We're
that
back
is
on
Fry.
Torfcar. See, we've just left Torfcar. Back on crew. Some all beat up.
Right, excuse me while I go and stop the dog from barking.
So hasn't somebody lost a hand out of this?
No, Fry jumped in the way and took that hit so
Yeah.
that nobody lost an arm.
However, you have lost 2 members of your crew.
Well, technically, no.
You've lost
one
a
member
member
of
of
my
your
crew. One member of my crew, and the other one was a filthy traitor.
Indeed. An
It's got me
infiltrating.
concerned. Do you know what I mean? I thought,
infiltrating Spaniard.
yes, I thought that there we go. We're going to go off and do this quest, magical quest, and go and get these items that would be all hunky dory. We get the worst part out of the way. I never expected the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
So that is complete. Completed. Okay, so we've got the 1 pound of lava from Torfcar. We still need to get a pint of blessed air from the Cloaca Mountains, 1 pound of gold from the Kahena Flumes. Well, we got a Kahena now, so that would be helpful. And 1 pint of water from the city of Orag.
Of Ograpog, which is, of course, underwater beneath the Devil's Cross.
Exactly. So that's probably where we go last. So if we're in Torfcar,
we're going to go round the horn to Brigadney Bay.
How about heading northwards up to the Cloaca Mountains, then across the south of the lands of thingies over to the Kahena Flumes, and then we could sail back in, can't we? Where's the map?
Yep, it's round the horn to Brigadney Bay. That's where we're going, Brigadney Bay.
You're going to Brigadney Bay?
Yes.
Right.
So, hang on. What I'm saying is, if we I was thinking if we sail around Torfcar, there's the Cloaca Mountains. Then from the Cloaca Mountains, we go to the Kahena Flumes, and then from the Kahena Flumes, we go to Flotsam.
Why is he putting an L in the Cloaca Mountains?
I don't know why he's adding an L to the Cloaca Mountains, because they're not Cloaca Mountains unless he's wanting the classic D&D monster to be living there.
Okay, I mistyped it. That's why.
There you go. But I believe Captain Josiah wants you to go to Brigandy Bay, possibly to pick up her stores.
No, it's not that. Everybody will be pissed off by the time you get there anyway, so they'll want a party.
Well, actually, Brigandy Bay makes sense anyway. You go, Okay, well in that case, how about go to Brigandy Bay, then up to then do it the other way. Go to the Kahena Flumes, then go to the Cloaca Mountains, and then die.
You know that Brigandy Bay is a renowned pirate port, and if you want some sort of frame of reference, think Tortuga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're not carrying any cargo, are we?
I do not have the Dewberry What's-It on this real computer. What is the login?
Let me in 1, 2, 3.
Well, what's the GM?
Didn't get to mute. I didn't get to mute that before it happened. Before you all said it. Now the whole world knows.
Well, we'll change it then.
No, don't worry about it. If anyone's watching, don't know, let them join in. What's the GM?
The GM is me, Tavis Hill.
Well, I'm down 2 players on Sundays if anyone wants to play.
Me.
The Sundays when you play is when we're playing Pathfinder.
No, I know you are, but I'm talking to one certain person in the chat.
Aha.
I just got a Dropbox thing from Smiteworks, which has got everything for Rifts.
Ooh.
Everything.
You need to get it out. Based on your last experience, you need to get everything out of that Dropbox very quickly.
I'm downloading it, yes. Well, I downloaded most of it yesterday, but I started looking at it on my phone today and it's got everything. It's got drafts. It's got their whole process of turning it from a draft into a thingy.
Yeah, it's very useful. It's a long time since I got any of that, but it does make life easier when you get it like that.
What's that? What you mean? The print files? You mean?
Everything.
I get that all the time. I normally get off.
Normally they'll give me
iTunes.
one product at a time, but James yesterday just gave me the link for the whole fucking lot. It's like, whoa! I didn't swear then, by the way. Anyone listening, that was a alien abducted my voice.
No, that gets me a Benny.
Yeah, that gets you a Benny.
It's
That's
alright.
Oh,
Rafe,
what does it get me?
But Rafe has to be upset. Was Rafe upset by it?
Rafe upstairs.
Rafe is upstairs and not listening. He's upstairs but not upset because he's not listening.
So you don't get a Benny.
No, but he was
Oh.
listening into you on Sunday and he got very upset.
I've just realised if you've been sent that file, I need to send you a message later on.
Yeah, so if Jiminy wants to roll up a
Remind me.
character, Jiminy wants to roll up a character, we can find you on the phone.
timber shifting with the schedule.
Yeah. If Jiminy wants to roll up a character, we can find him on the forested moon of Fendor Sunday week.
Can I be an Ewok?
I'm licking my arm now.
They're exactly the same stats as goblins, except they're furry.
They're exactly the same stats as Wookiees, except they're very short.
They
So
were
that's
originally meant to be
different.
Wookiees, weren't they?
Yeah.
The simple answer is you can't be an Ewok. No, only
That's a bit
because, well, I suppose you could if you want to be a. You can if you want to be a. If you want to be a dipper, you can be a dipper. Yes, but the whole point is the party.
Bit
I'm
rude.
giving stuff. I'm giving stuff away too. So.
A woman came into my shop today and she goes, she says, I want to impregnate my shoes.
What?
What? What did she mean?
Yes, exactly. She meant she wanted protector spray to stop them
Oh,
getting
right.
stains, but she's like, I want to impregnate my shoes. I'm like, I can't really help you with that. I've never really tried that. Have you got lube?
I used to work at Holland and Barrett, and somebody once came in wanting to protect their immune system and asked me if I could give them any euthanasia. Like, yeah, let's go outside. I'm sure we got a shotgun somewhere.
Any chance of having? Well, if we're back on the boat, I'll go to my cabin and rest for an hour.
Yeah, well, back on the boat, you'll all get your fatigue back.
Okay, right.
Wounds will persist.
That's absolutely fine. What I'm working out now. Okay. Stolimas has 2 less wounds.
We're going to get a cube. We're going to get the fatigue back, though.
Where's my PowerPoints? That
Can I
takes
heal
me to
myself to remove
13.
one wound?
If you have the healing skill, unfortunately not, because it'll be outside of the golden hour. Only magic will work now.
Well,
And natural healing, and it's about a week to there,
healing.
isn't it? It's about a week to there. So I figured my aim was to get all of us down to 1 wound, and then we can worry about natural healing. Or actual fact, how many every day I can try and heal one of us, because then it won't cost me any PowerPoints. You know what I mean? Because I get them back an hour later.
So well, let's have support roles for the captain's boating to try and get you to Brigandy Bay before you all go spare with cabin fever. So you get a +1 from Solomas. You get a +2 from Cray Cooled. Fry clearly better at swimming than boating.
I'm going to use elemental manipulation water to sort of calm the water ahead of us to improve our sailing.
Sounds reasonable. It doesn't
However,
work.
It doesn't work.
But it was a reasonable idea.
Yeah.
And being as you're up against the coast, you get a +2 for being next to the coast as well, Josiah.
Righty-ho.
+5 then.
It is.
Oh, hang on. Stop editing. Why won't that work? Oh, right, because you've got to type renew, right.
Craig's in the meantime. Craig Cooled is in the meantime back flipping all over the ship.
That's right.
You get an advance?
You did.
You got one last week. Everybody got an
I
advance.
don't think I did it. Let's have a look. Remember, I had my little supercomputer.
No, you didn't.
Exactly.
So
you
here
can
we
have an
go.
advance as well.
So here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Right, so that is a raise, which is going to give you 5 move. But before you do, let's see if Taris Tongue can cast Zephyr for you. Right, so you got a move of up to 6. And I believe that should... your little ship's there, yeah. And then you got one more from Taris Tongue casting Zephyr.
I mean, technically this is a long way round, but I don't fancy running the gorge.
Well, you can give it a go, but it might not
The
be
gorge to
advisable.
Victoria, though, it's just like it's a crappy narrow to go up.
And that'll
Do you
use
put the
20
lava
of
from the
your-
Great Volcano? Is that a little token to remind us we've got the lava? That's really pretty, the token, by the way.
If you look around, there are there's tokens on all the locations that you need to go and get something from.
Oh, yes.
And if you double click on them, they should bring up what you need.
Did you do
Very
that?
fancy.
That is an extension called Points of Interest.
It's very good, isn't it? It's nice to go, isn't it?
It's nicer than having pins everywhere. I like it.
Put pins with tokens on it. It's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I
It's
thought I
really
told
cool.
you about that, Kevin. You weren't listening, were you? I was talking to you and you didn't even listen to me.
Well,
Tell me that.
About 3 weeks ago.
I don't believe you. Right, okay, hang on. Okay, I've got my I've got my PowerPoints back. So here we go. One healing temp.
can you heal
on,
somebody?
I heal myself because it makes more sense to heal myself first, because then I can heal other people afterwards. Okay.
Physician
two-
heal thyself.
Okay, that's a failure. That's 1 PowerPoint. So that's 4 PowerPoints. That will be Fry. 7 PowerPoints. And that will be Solimas.
Okay, so on your
I-
second day at sea, everybody's feeling better. Well, support your captain again, however you choose to do so.
Okay, 7 PowerPoints. So I've got enough PowerPoints to try manipulation of water again.
hmm This time it works. So
Yeah, this time I negate the more dangerous looking waves.
indeed. So you've got a +2 from your crew there, Josiah. You're still just within range of land to get a +2 from that as well. So you're on a +4 to your boating roll.
Okay. On his behalf.
I think I might. He has vanished.
What?
You're on a +4 to your boating roll.
Well, come on, let's go.
I think we're being raided, guys. That's hopefully someone on the raid.
Oh no, that's why I got distracted. I was looking at them on not there. So we are on a raise.
That will have been a raise. And does Taris get? And Taris gets a raise as well. So you'll be able to move 7 today
7.
on your 12th day at sea.
How are we out of crab pie yet?
No, you got plenty because you had 250 provisions in the in your provisions hold. You had a cargo hold full of pemmican as well. You might be running out of crab pie though. I think you've probably eaten all the crabs that you'd captured and battered over the head.
First, because we're going to go first. So.
They will, yeah.
Especially this heat.
Right. Well, another quiet day at sea.
Right. Okay.
Support your captain, folks.
Yes. Getting the hang of this wave manipulation. Now I'm trying to basically channel the water so it pushes into the back of the boat to make us move slightly.
I think today I've had too much rum.
I think you definitely have.
I think it was all those backflips you did yesterday.
And
Doing
you've got
all
an
right.
extra plus 2,
They're
3,
doing all
4, so that'll still be a raise with because you're up against the coast as well. And with a success from Taris Tun, you can move 6 today. Oh, it almost gets you to the horn. Oh, now let me see who's going to be on
Sea
watch.
mounts.
Those are nasty rocks. Right, Craig Gould, I would like a notice roll from you.
Don't flub it.
Oh,
Okay, as you're making your way around the horn on Toreth Car, Craig Gould is up in the crow's nest on watch, and you spy several Red Man longboats
Man the guns!
being hauled towards the shore, and they're starting to paddle out towards you.
Captain, red men on the shore, coming this way.
Using my not battle skills, do I determine how long we have to prepare?
Yes, you reckon that you've got the wind with you. You could turn and avoid them and outrun them, but it would probably lose you a bit of the day's travel. Or you can turn and fight and prepare for a boarding action.
I think we should be able to get at least one broadside off before they board us.
Oh, you reckon so?
Your call, Captain. Cut and run, or man the guns, prepare for boarding.
you could probably cut and run's probably the best. I mean, we've got the shot though, haven't we?
We've got the shot.
You've got 6 canister.
That's what I was thinking. Load canister.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, well,
I mean, but the thing is, I mean, can we get away? If we can get away with it, we don't really need to engage them. What's the benefit of engaging them?
Oh,
They're
that's
red
for
men.
you to decide.
The benefit is there are fewer red men.
There are fewer red men around.
There's
Yes,
always more red men. There's a whole island full of them.
it will delay our.
I mean,
We'll lose time, won't we? It take as long as you get to Brigandy Bay. Your call, obviously.
So basically, we're going to kill them to get to the pub in time.
Yeah,
Fighting.
you'll
Yeah,
get to the
that's
pub
it.
quicker. If you kill them, you get to the pub quicker.
Well, based on that logic, I suppose we better engage then, eh?
Right, so are you loading a full broadside of canister, Captain?
We've only got 6 charges, haven't we?
You have, and you've got 4 cannon per side.
Let's load 4 of
Right, cool. Load 4 cannon.
Yep.
Or canister.
Load 4 cannon with canister. I will need a boating roll from the captain to line up the shot.
I'll use my back and skill to support him.
Okay.
+1, better than nothing.
Come on. Oh.
Right, so you've got the raise, everything's lined up, and that will cancel out the unstable platform penalty as well. Who's in charge of the cannon?
tumbleweed human response.
I'm the batting major. Well, probably not in charge of the cannon, am I?
Well, you
Very
roll
good.
the lower of both. You
Got
roll.
4 shooting, so is cannon going to be good for me?
I don't have the shooting skill at all, so I wouldn't be in charge of the cannon. Because it'd be the lower
I
of
can
your
get on the
shooting or
cannon if you
boating,
want.
isn't it?
I'm
It's the
gonna get on
lower of
cannon.
your shooting or boating, isn't it? So for me, you don't
It's
want
alright.
me firing cannon.
I mean,
Solomas-
I can operate the cannon. I can't sail the ship and operate the cannon. Just,
Okay,
it's a
so
different deck.
Solomas is on the cannon, but you'll be using the 4 cannon broadside there, Solomas.
Oh, that caused the console there. Bosun images. Oh, that's what it was loading. Column scripts, column attempted to index and I
Oh, that might leave a mark.
I think that's definitely going to leave a mark. Whoa! Well, roll some damage, and we'll just see how badly ruined the.
Oh, they've got a 6 in there. Oh! Might not be a boarding action.
There is no boarding action. For
oh, balls! Just disconnected myself by mistake. Sorry.
Yeah. There is a large amount of Red Man jam spread across the coast of Toreth Kar now. But you are down four loads of canister as Solomos is there yelling at the crew to fire. And we shall sail on.
Oh, well,
Support your captain, folks. Well, you got a +1 from Fry, a +1 from Kralamos.
Fry may be finally figuring this stuff out.
And you're still within in range of the land, so that would be another +4 overall, which still gives you the raise. You're doing very well at this sailing stuff, even when you're rolling appallingly. And a raise from Taris Tun as well on the Zephyr, letting you move 7 today.
Right, let's do shenanigans.
That is a bit of shenanigans. Now you're going through the shoals and you're out in the open sea, in the pirate sea even, but nothing encountered today. Support your captain, folks.
I want to support him, but I just keep rolling free.
Oh. Oh, Fry has really got the hang of this.
No, I'm not so good in deep water.
So you're getting a +4 again.
Oh, it's a bit nervous there. I thought it was going to be double wins.
Yeah, giving you the raise. Taris Tun only gives you 1 extra point of travel move, so you're moving 6 today. That may nearly get you to Brigandy Bay.
It does.
Look at that. So you heave to, sailing into Brigandy Bay.
Woo!
After 16 days at sea. The crew all make their way to the pub and are carousing away. And, that means we get to use the carousing rules for all of you lot as well.
The funny thing is, I've got to get the crew. This is one of these things. We have to stop at Brigandy Bay to get the crew pissed, because the next leg of the journey, they'll all be, they'll be climbing up the walls and licking the windows and all doing all sorts of stuff.
They will not be a happy bunch, folks.
No.
Now, I do need. We didn't do this at the beginning of the last time, so can somebody roll me 6D100?
What 600 what?
6 100-sided dice.
600 sided dice.
Yes. 303. Okay. Well, there you go. You've all got some pieces of 8 now. So it is time for you to carouse as well. Each of you will have to...
Bye-bye, pieces of 8. It was nice knowing you.
Indeed. Go into port and spend some money, making yourselves feel better as you have a little drinky poos or two. And yeah, I'm going to need smarts rolls from everybody to see if you go mental or not. Well, looks like Josiah and Fry are going to be getting a few sheets to the wind. This is possibly because Fry is really young and has just been told, go and get some rum, so he did.
Yeah, Fry is a little bit of a lightweight.
Person must make smarts roll each night to avoid getting drunk. Okay, so I didn't.
No. Now, nobody's got any cabin fever, so you only need one night's
Rousing.
going out and carousing. But that will cost each of you 2d6 times 5 pieces of 8.
Do I have any negative modifiers?
Do you have any negative modifier? You don't. While you've got a habit of drinking, it's not that... Oh, actually, no, you do, because you're squanderous. That means you pay 2d6 times 10 pieces of 8 when you're carousing.
That was half my trade money.
That was more than I had. I think there's something you guys might have been extra.
Oh, well, yeah, if Craig Called has run out of money...
You did say 2d6 times 5, yes?
Yes, but Cray Called is 2d6 times 10 because Cray is squanderous. So this means that Cray is going to get in a little bit of a barney with somebody over owing some money.
Oops.
Now, unless anybody else wants to dive in and help him, this is going to be a bar fight that you're going to get stuck in here.
So how much is in there? How much is in there?
I'll try and persuade them to, chill the out and.
Well, I've got the money because I wanted to get I wanted to have a few share bits because I feel responsible because some people died, and I've been telling people about this and they're buying me drinks. So far, I've only spent 10 pieces of 8 on it because they're buying me drinks.
You spend 10 as well, yeah.
Well, let's have a persuasion roll from Solimas to calm everybody down then. So Solimas calms everybody down. As long as somebody else pays up the extra 10 pieces of 8, it's all going to be fine.
So there you go.
Right.
And you've got 1,000 pieces of 8 in the ship's coffers anyway for trading and such like. Should you wish to, if you wish to do anything else in Brigandy Bay before you sail on.
Well, the thing is, we don't have any cargo to come into Brigandy Bay, right? And Brigandy Bay is a pain in the backside to buy from.
It is, but you've only got 500 provisions left. You do get it cheap. You don't have to pay taxes on it.
184.
You have to pay it's tax free, but you don't have any paperwork for it. I fell off the back here. Large.
Well, does anybody want to try and buy some more provisions before you sail on, or are you happy with the 484 that you currently have?
Well, this is a long one. So where we're going to go? Where we're going to go next?
Well, Kralamos suggested that you make your way up to the Kahana Flumes.
Wow.
Which is all the way up there. Of course, sailing that way, you'll go past other places like Baltimus and Turk and Karesia, New Madrid on the way.
Well, at least if we're going there, we might be able to get a little bit of extra gold for ourselves so that we can get some more supplies.
Oh, you're right. So he's on about going up to the Flumes.
Mm-hmm.
Only because
Right, okay.
because you took us to Brigandy Bay first, which made sense to go that way.
Aye. I just thought it was the nearest safest port from Torsaka from where we were. That it wasn't going to be.
Oh, you could go the other way around the Flotsam Sea, head to Kira, and then
I know it's a long run.
up to the Coca Mountains.
I don't remember how you actually.
If we get cargo here, right, it's going to be a pain to move it into.
You would need somebody that's streetwise to find somewhere to sell it. If only you had somebody that was streetwise and knew the dodgy parts of town and.
Oh, you mean like me?
Sell
all
kind of
that
thing.
stuff, yeah. And I've got, I've even got work the crowd now.
The only problem is anything we buy here is technically contraband, isn't it? Because it won't have.
It is,
Well,
yes.
it doesn't have any. It doesn't have any.
Trade papers.
It doesn't have any paperwork. I mean, you can
No.
walk out with it. You can buy it. They
Do
don't.
we have
nobody
anybody
cares.
on board with a tattoo?
Network
we don't.
with persuasion.
Do we?
Polymass is a super.
Oh, so he's got the tattoo. Okay.
Well, Solimas is our super, is he? It won't make a
Solimas
difference
is a super,
here,
yeah.
but it means we could go somewhere else if we want to trade, couldn't
You've
we?
told
We
them
could-
now. You don't tell them about the kryptonite as well, will you?
I won't tell about the kryptonite now, but you've got the tattoo.
I mean, we could head to AZK, couldn't we?
Aziki.
Aziki, I know.
Aziki's nothing there though.
I can't remember. It's so long since I played this bloody game.
Yeah,
There's a great little whorehouse, Aziki.
that's true.
So.
Is it called the Rising Sun?
For some surely.
It might well be.
Right, why don't we just sail to Swindon and then run up, bump up the course as fast as possible?
Aziki, you can get goods, gunpowder. Aziki, you get goods, gunpowder, and timber.
Is it not really expensive though, timber?
Yeah,
Very
it is
expensive
actually.
everywhere except Moroa.
And also,
Aziki imports timber.
Briggany Bay is the place to sell timber.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I did actually think about cutting down trees and Torth. I can't take them and bringing them away, but I fancied them all beer. I thought no, not going to spend an extra day.
So you're making for Swindon, are you?
Swindon's probably a good bet then, isn't it?
We've got enough biscuits, haven't we?
We've got 484 provisions.
There is another way to make money in the the Pirate Sea, Flotsam Sea. As the entire civilization sunk, there are places you can dive down for treasure.
Oh,
We do have a Gehenna.
So shall we just sail to Swindon then?
So you're going to sail to Swindon and see what you shall see.
And then we'll just bump up the coast.
Swindon's not cheap. Swindon's 300, 500, 300.
Well, I'll let somebody else do the speculative trading because I'm not looking at the chart.
Well,
let's get the chart to our trade master. I don't know if that actually worked. I don't know if as a player I can actually give him the master trading table. Oh, you've shared it anyway, so
yeah.
That took forever to tidy up. Because I had to, this brings back memories. The first time I did this, I was hand coding it in XML.
And it was not fun.
It wasn't fun back in the day.
Tables in XML. I'll tell you what, I would never do it. I would never touch XML. Not in a million years.
I think I used to use it was a WYSIWYG word processor when it came to doing tables, because I'd do them as HTML and then rip out the formatting, to turn them into XML. I can't think of what it's called now. Anyway.
Well, time to support your captain as you set sail heading west to Swindon.
I don't think Swindon's the way to go, personally, but food sells. It's cheap at Bluth. We could buy food at Bluth's Crown and then run it up to Swindon.
I was going to say,
food and provisions are not the same thing.
I know, but food. I'm talking trading. We could buy food at Bluth's Crown and run it up to Swindon, which will basically make us 100 credits a ton, as it were. A cargo slot, supposedly.
Well, but we could just skip it all and go straight to Bristow.
Agreed, yeah, I agree, yeah. I think go straight to Bristow. But the captain's the captain.
Bristow it is then. Okay, Bristow it is then.
It isn't really even a trading port. You have to climb up a cliff to even get there. It's more a settlement than a place to trade.
Who, Swindon?
No, Bluth's Crown.
No, Bluth's Crown.
Yeah.
Oh, Bluth's Crown, aye, Bluth's Crown. That's a bit weird.
Sorry, I've answered that at a more suitable time, but I was being parent.
Okay, so Cray and Kralamos are giving a +1 each to Josiah. You got a +2 for being at the coast as well, so that's a raise. And does Taris manage to cast her spell well enough? Apparently, she's lost all of her spells. That's not good. Oh, there we go. They've loaded.
We want to make a bit of money on the side to provision stuff. There's somebody said for sailing into Talago, buying timber, and then selling it back in Bristow. That's the cost.
Oh, so you're gonna be moving 6 spaces today.
Right, 6 it is.
We're actually looking at this. If we want to make some money before we get there, if we buy timber at Talago, we can sell it for twice the price at Bristow.
He's not wrong.
Talago.
Not wrong.
We could buy timber at Talago for 100 and food at Talago for 100. The food doesn't do us any good actually. So, but the provision, but we could buy the food at Talago, sell the timber at Talago, sell it at Bristow to make some money, which will then hopefully provide us some more funds to provision up for the sell north.
How many
Yeah,
cargo
if you're
spaces
buying
do we have?
food, you're on a speed run. You want to, because it rots, right? It's for
Yeah, no,
the
food, but food doesn't worry.
Cargo spaces at the moment.
Yeah. So
Yeah, food does go off, but provisions don't.
yes, provisions is what feeds us, but food's not worth trading anyway. But there is an argument for picking up a load of timber at Talago and just running it round the coast to Bristow rather.
Well, you've got to get there first, so support your
Agreed.
captain crew.
I did. Was it another day?
It's another day.
Oh, another day, another way.
Well, that's the full +4 to the captain there. Giving you a raise again. Does Taris Tun's Zephyr help you much today? And you get a +1 move from Taris Tun, giving you move of 6.
So I take it we are going to Lego.
If we're trying to make some money on the side, it makes sense to go to Talago, buy some timber, and sell it up. Just head north to sort of northeast to Bristow.
And a quiet day on the Pirate Sea. Support your captain, folks.
I'm happy in the Pirate Sea. You know what I mean?
You like the Pirate Sea, do you?
I like the Pirate Sea.
Mr. GM, you want to modify the party sheet and take us down to 2 chain.
No, you fired 4 of the 6 canister.
Oh, I apologise. Of course we did. Shutting up. So
It's all right.
I found my battle roll.
You did. You fired the wrong type of cannon shot.
At least we got some good
so
cannon.
you've got a +2 to your boating roll today, then Josiah, which gives you the raise, and you'll move 6 again today with Taris's Zephyr.
I'm not complaining because he's got them, but how the hell does Fry get 6 bellies?
I'm very young and very lucky.
Brilliant. No, that's all I'm asking. I was just curious.
Yeah,
I couldn't. I didn't doubt it. I couldn't remember what combination of edges got you 6.
Well, he actually started with 7 because he's very
Alright.
young and very lucky.
Wow, that shows you how much I'd forgotten. I knew very lucky got you 2. I thought young gets you 3. So I was like, well, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Young gets you 1, very young gets you 2.
Very lucky. What the hell is that?
It's great luck, actually.
Yeah, great luck. Right, yet another quiet day as you round the headland near Swindon. Support your captain, folks.
We'll get in today.
Looks like you will. Kralamos is helping. Doesn't look like
Or maybe, right, okay.
5, 6. So that'll get you a move of 4. +2 for the being close to Swindon actually gives you. So you've got the raise, and Taris gives you a +1. There you go. So that gets you into Tulago. Now, are you letting the crew carouse today just to reset again, or are you going to be carrying on? Because you've only been at sea for a few days.
We're only heading up to Bristow. I wouldn't let them, would you? It's not worth it, is it?
No, I wouldn't let them.
Okay. Who's in charge of trading?
Well, if Solimus has got the tattoo, is Solimus in charge of trading?
Well, he doesn't. He's got the tattoo, which means he's the one that can stamp the cargo. Doesn't mean he has to do the trading, but he's also a very persuasive.
He's the face, isn't he? I thought he was our face.
He's your face man. So
yeah.
So Tulago, there's not much available in Tulago, but I will need a networking role from you, Solimas. You can choose persuasion, or you can choose to use intimidation if you want to go around beating people up to try and get cargo out of them. Well, not quite the raise. So there's D6 minus 2.
I would like to
Get
support
a
him.
reroll. What's the one that lets me get a reroll?
You want to support him?
Yeah, Fry would like to support him using his stealth to kind of sneak around and know, like, hey, there's stuff over here you might look at.
Peer into warehouses.
Yeah. You can certainly do that. Well, that gives you the raise. And you have a reroll on support rolls, Solomas, but not on. But so that means we'll roll 2d6 and pick the higher of the two to see how much is available as you've got a raise. And they're both exactly the same. Which means into Largo, D6 minus 2 cargo spaces of whatever you're trying to buy will be available. So you can buy up to 2 spaces worth of timber at 100 pieces of 8 each.
How long is it till it resets? Is that? I mean, if you stay.
It'll be usually
wasn't
a full week. Once a week it would reset.
Yeah.
You'd have to stay in port for a week and pay all your food costs and what have you.
That's what I
before
figured. It's
you
not
could
worth it.
get another chance to roll.
We could pick up some food while we're here too and drop it off at Balamus.
Yeah, it might be worth. Where?
Baltimus.
This is a capital.
Food spoils quickly. That's the problem. It's quite a run up there, isn't it?
I don't
Well,
know, we're quite fast. They could make it in 2 days.
Food spoils after a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, we could
I mean,
make it in 2 days. Okay, I'll take it back. Yes.
So if you're looking to buy some food as well, we'll have another networking roll.
Benny
Let
dance.
the pennies blow.
Benny dance.
Ooh.
I need him now. I start with 2.
Hang on, I can't find the award Benny's button.
It's on the stack of bennies. Right,
It is, yes. There we go. Let the pennies flow. Oh, and you've got the raise again. Not quite a second raise, so D6 minus 2. Well, that would mean that there's no food available. But that means there's 4 spaces of food available if you wish to buy them as well.
Well, is Benny's flying allowed?
Aye.
Benny's flying.
Benny, yeah.
Oh,
May the bennies
go on.
fly.
The pennies fly.
There you go.
Fly.
The bennies have flown. So are you buying all 4 spaces of
Thanks for
food
the
as
extra
well?
pennies.
Thank you, Guacamole. Thank you, Mac.
So, yes, we
Secret.
buying food.
How are you, Guacamole?
Yeah, buy all the
Let's make it
food,
to
buy
you
all
well.
the timber.
You free
Buy
on
all the
Sundays?
guacamole.
So you've got 4 spaces of guacamole and 2 spaces of timber.
Is it Molly guacamole?
We
Which
still
has
have,
cost
3
you-
spaces left?
You've got 3 spaces left. That has cost you 660 pieces of 8 with a 10% tax.
The goods aren't worth worrying about, are they? Look, goods are more expensive here than they are in Baltimore and Bristow. But same as Bristow, so that's it, I think.
Aye, the goods are fancy stuff.
Mm.
What's
Ornaments and stuff.
Vitals? I can't remember what Vitals was in the letters meant. Yeah, Victuals. Here we are. Oh, so what? Oh, the letters were what was there. Okay, stores.
No,
watch,
vitals.
dry docking, carousing.
That's the vital statistics for the port.
Oh,
It is, yes.
General population and
yeah.
things like
Yeah,
that.
I couldn't remember. I
population,
could not
what's
remember.
available there.
I just couldn't remember. It's been a long time since I converted this.
C is carousing is available there. $sign is there are general shops.
I found.
D is for a dry dock.
12 years ago.
this is beginning to sound like a kid's ABC book.
It is rather, isn't it?
12 years
Right,
ago,
well,
I made this module.
D is for dry dock, C is for crab.
Yes.
So,
it's Razzie.
rather than
Yes.
stopping at Bristow after only a half
Blackpool.
day's travel, let's go ahead and just go straight all the way up to Baltimus.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially as we got the food, yeah.
I was
Right,
having
so-
flashbacks. I was having flashbacks there to the ABC Book of Mountains.
Mm. Right, support your captain then, folks.
I reckon we could do this really, really quick before this rots.
Well, you've got a +2 for being at the coast. You've got a +2 from Craig Cool there.
I could run run the coast.
Nah, I this close into the shallows, the water's just too random.
Well, that still gives you the raise. And Taris blows hard in the sails, letting you move 7.
Oh, almost.
Almost there, but not quite.
Just yes. Sailing near the place that I can't pronounce.
Yeah, which isn't on the trade table.
Jaja.
Yeah. So obviously.
That's because Jaja isn't a port.
Jaja isn't a port. Jaja's a fancy house, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
Right, so as you're sailing towards Ultimus, let us
We'll
see
be
what we
fine.
shall see.
We'll be fine, totally fine. Nobody's going
As you're sailing towards Ultimus, there could be some good fishing if you want to stop for a day.
We don't need the food, though, do we?
You don't need the food, but there's several shoals of fish that you're sailing by. So if you want to hold back a bit, you can do some fishing if you want to.
Oh well, we're not going to lose the cargo. We're almost there, aren't we?
Yeah.
Everybody fancy a bit of sea fishing?
Anyone that wants to do some fishing can make a survival roll. You get
I've got an
1d6
8.
provisions. Well, that will give you 2d6 provisions because you've got a raise.
Same from me.
I'm not used to using this string and hook thing to
Yeah,
get
you're much
fish.
better
This
at
is
just
just weird.
Or possibly
let's be honest,
Fry's
Alan,
just diving in
Kralamos-
and eating them.
I was going to say, Kralamos and Fry, we just dove in and caught them. We didn't fish. I got 10 provisions
I
worth
think
of fish.
you'll find that Fry just dove in and ate them rather than actually caught any.
Blackberries with children, they don't go in the
Whereas I dived into the water and used elemental water. I dived into the water and just used water manipulation to stun under the water just to knock them out and then grab them
Put them
up.
up onto the deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a 2d6 roll then, please, Cray.
I thought fishing was about sitting about and chilling out and drinking.
Not when you're a Kraken battle mage. You just dive into the
Yeah, I'll
water,
give you
find
the
the
11.
shoal of fish, and stun them.
Oh, you can have 12. So you pick up 22 provisions worth of fish, and Fry has a really good eat. Yeah.
Salt the fish. Put the crew to salting the fish to make it last.
Yeah. Or just eat the fresh fish first, you know.
Yeah.
But that's true.
And well, you can support your captain if you like, but I think you're definitely going to make it to Baltimore today unless he critically fails. I didn't say
No,
that.
if we're coming into port, I'm going to save my power points in case we need them.
Okay.
But it's academic equality after all. There you go. The race.
Okay. So you make it into port in Baltimore quite easily on the 6th day of sailing out of Brigandy Bay. Well, what do you want to do in Baltimore?
Tell it.
It's one of the largest cities on Charybdis these days. Home of the British East India Company.
My God, Fry swam fast.
Wow. Is Solomus arranging to sell the cargo? Do you want to try and recruit some more crew?
We need more crew. How many did we lose?
You lost 2 people that were on your crew. One that turned out to be a Spanish Inquisition member who slit the throat of your Grail.
Can I go and listen about the pubs on the...
Is it near the weekend at all?
Is it near the weekend? Yes,
Sorry to
it
cut
is.
across
It's
you.
the weekend.
Okay, well that means there'll be a grand gala then, apparently. So shut up and let Craig talk now. But I was just asking.
You're wanting to listen for rumours of?
treasure.
Okay. So, Cray is going looking for information on things. Are you going to be carousing in Baltimore, by the way?
And if he wants to let the crew off.
I don't have enough money to carouse.
Yeah, neither do I.
Well, you might if he shares out the money from the cargo if Solomon sells it.
What do I need to sell it?
You need to make
Persuasion
a persuasion roll for each of the different types of good.
Is anyone supporting me in my selling techniques?
I can't hang on. I can't. What was the last berth we were in? I should have been here before. Yeah, it's not. On.
You've got a +2 from Josiah for selling the timber.
There's a warehouse of
+3.
Tier 8 as far as I remember.
Okay, so you've got a +3 to your persuasion roll, Solomas, for finding a buyer for the timber.
Says a +5 altogether, isn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's nice with 10, isn't it?
Okay, so now in Baltimus they will buy 1d6 +3 lots of anything. Well, since you've only got 2 lots of timber, I will turn those 2 raises into an increase in price of 10% each. So instead of selling it for 200, you sell them for 240. And then you have 4 spaces of food to sell. Anyone supporting Solomus for that?
Brian's trying to. There we go.
Oh, yeah, there you go. It sort of froze for a second.
There's somebody that looks like they want food.
Says Fry, looking in a mirror.
I've got no idea.
Forgot to add the +3.
I can do the directions that I but I don't need that.
10. With a raise.
With a ray.
Deal, I said deal mid-mission.
We'll have to divide this by 12, wouldn't we?
Okay, and
I
again,
might take
you'll
solid mass. I will take solid mass with me possibly to do that bit then. Oh, actually, no, I'm not that
Okay,
bad.
then.
I'm not that bad. Let's see how I do. You.
Well, looks like you've managed it. And with the raise there, you're going to get 10% extra for the food. So that's 4 spaces at 330 each. Now you're doing well. So that's 1,200 plus another 1,320. Well, you've nearly doubled your money on that trip.
We'll have to divide. So what's the total? We'll have to take the total amount of money and divide it by 12 then.
Divide it by 12.
Divide
Well,
it by
don't-
12.
Oh no, the
Don't-
whole idea
don't-
of this. No, the whole idea of this run was to stock up the ship with provisions for the run up north, wasn't it? That was the whole idea. You don't need to trade it.
The reason why you divide it by 12 is there's 10 of us.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're not taking. Well, the idea was we weren't going to take share. Well, my thought was we won't take shares. We'll use that money to buy provisions and stock up the ship for the run to up northwards.
Aye.
If other people want the money, then of course they're welcome to it.
If I halve the amount that's there and put half into the ship's kitty,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
and then divide the rest between the PCs.
I forgot
Which is
Craig.
10.
I forgot Craig spent all his money. So yeah, we do.
So I mean, it's 10 payments. 10. There's 10 shares. Assuming that all the players have got 1 share and all the crew have got 1 share.
Yeah.
There's 10 of us, and the only reason why I said 12 is because I always count the ship as two people.
There's a lot more crew than just that because some of the crew are on people's character sheets.
Yeah, but the crew get a share, don't they? It's not each crew member gets a share. The crew as a whole gets a share.
Yeah, there's 19 souls on board at the moment.
But the crew get a single share between them, don't they?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter how many there are when it comes to the number of shares. It's just they get a share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okie dokie. So
Any
where
message
are
from
we
the
off
plane?
to?
Well, it being the weekend, Solimus and I basically tell Solimus we've got to put our glad rags on. We're heading up to the gala, the grand gala. Which one? Because it sounds there's two of them. Or do they throw one each, or do they throw the same one? I wasn't so sure on that. Fine.
There's one each, but not necessarily on the same week.
Yeah, that's fine. Fair enough. Anyway, but Solimus, basically, while you were doing all the trading, Kralamus comes back from the Kraken Embassy with 2 invites to the gala. The idea is I'm taking Solimus up there. He's going to schmooze and ingratiate himself to the East India trading, British East India Company, and see if we can get any side deals or missions, seeing as we're heading northwards up to the Gehenna Flumes. It's a good idea. I think it was the gala weekend. That's what we're doing tonight.
Very cool is possibly getting into a bar fight.
It's unusual.
I think we'll call that, with a result of a 1 and a 1 on the trait die as well. I think you're going to need. You can make your choice of stealth to run away and hide, or fighting to be the victor in a bar fight as a dangerous encounter.
Oh,
look at that. Okay, so with the raise, you come out completely unscathed. But
you can see the other guy.
You should have seen the other guy. Yes, you're asking around about treasure maps and such like, and you ask questions of some rather shady people that don't seem to be happy that you're nosing around in that direction. So Solimus and Kralamos, you go to a grand gala, and there's a bit of theatre involved at the Baltimore.
I'm in my
Baltimore
Navy uniform.
The Baltimore Shakespeare Company are doing a production of The Tempest, and you get to watch them as part of the gala. And a rather nondescript-looking fellow who says he's part of the British East India Company asks if you'd be willing to deliver a letter for him to a certain barber in New Madrid.
It's on the way, isn't it?
All you need to do is take this letter and hand it over to the barber. You'll be paid 100 pieces of 8 now, and you can expect another 100 when you hand the letter over.
And look at Solimus. Awesome.
Do that, no problem.
He thinks. Yeah, I mean, let's face it, we know it's going to be trouble, but who cares? It sounds fun.
Okay, well, you now have a letter to be delivered to a barber in New Madrid. And Solimus, are you splitting the 100 you're given now between the pair of you?
Yeah.
Take 50 pieces of 8 extra each then. And you have a letter. It doesn't have the seal of the British East India Company on it. It's just got a very plain seal.
That doesn't necessarily mean it isn't from them. There's obviously, you know what I mean? But yes. There's times where you don't necessarily want to advertise who you are, do you? I imagine it's a sealed letter, isn't it?
It's sealed with wax.
Is there a brand or sealing on the back, and do I recognise it?
There is no brand or sealing. It's completely nondescript.
Yes,
you would use thievery to try and open it and reseal it.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing.
Elemental manipulation fire might help you with that.
I was just thinking, not doing it. Okay, I shall secrete the letter upon my person.
Okay.
Obviously. I'm also hoping this counts as our carousing.
must have done.
Yeah, I'm also hoping this counts as our carousing for the night without actually having to pay for anything.
Well, the captain didn't say you're going carousing properly, so you're just sort of you're eating on the ship and what have you. You're socialising. Fry and Josiah, what are you doing for the night? Because I know that Cray's gone off and ended up in a fight, and Solomos and Kralamos went to the theatre.
Oh, me, I'm just at the pub.
You're just at pub, right?
At pub.
Fry is going to see if there's anything that might accidentally fall off a truck somewhere.
Right. So, I think what we'll do there, we'll call that a quick encounter using thievery.
Do you know what? I said I was going to go to the pub, but you know, I feel like a responsible adult here that Fry might get himself in a bit of bother.
Well, we'll see how much bother Fry gets himself in first. Give me a thievery roll, Fry, as you're seeing if something accidentally falls off a wagon or out of somebody's pocket or something. Are you happy with the 3?
No, not really. Not real happy with a 5 either, to be honest.
I've got 7 pennies,
one
mate.
more. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend 1 more. What the heck?
Okay.
Fry is feeling... Okay, Fry's not feeling that lucky, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
It's not
well, you you filch a bracelet, a nice little silver bracelet that's worth 15 pieces of 8. But just as you've got it unhooked and are stepping away from the gentleman that's got this chain bracelet on, there's a cry of "Stop, thief!" And that's it. You are leading people a merry chase through the streets of Baltimus, and will end up, for the next day at least, fatigued as you take bumps and bruises, diving off into the water and get yourself squashed a bit between a couple of boats before you make it back on board the ship. But
okay.
Hey, you didn't critically fail, so you know you're not being caught and branded a pirate, which is good. And have yourself 15 more pieces of 8. And the next day, unless you're going to be trying to chase some more provisions before you set sail, you can support your captain.
Actually, I was looking at the provisions. Since we're going to New Madrid, if we were to pick up some goods here and drop them off in Caleb's Rock, we could then pick up some food to take up to New Madrid.
You could.
I built most of the big export place because
Not spell, but anyway. Obviously, at some point I'd had to have mentioned it, but
yeah. I think possibly there'd just be an assumption that you'd be going to either New Madrid or Marsalas if you're sailing to the Kahana Flumes.
I suppose so, yeah.
And also, we have a letter to deliver.
What letter?
I don't know anything about a letter. I was just looking at trade opportunities.
I imagine, yes, we're definitely going to go to New Madrid at some point, only because it's a capital.
Exactly.
Although we
Don't
it
give her
at the last minute.
I'm not necessarily saying. Well, at the moment, I haven't decided whether we're going to admit to. Unfortunately, we're curious whether. I think that the official line at the moment is we did. Nothing of import came out of the night at the gala, other than we got to watch a play. I think that's just probably safer that way. Need to know and all
So
that.
where are we sailing to then?
Well, are you wanting to purchase any cargo before you set sail?
Yeah, like I said, if we purchase some goods here and sell them at Caleb's Rock, it's not a huge profit margin, but there is a margin there. But then we can pick up food at Caleb's and take that up to New Madrid.
That's a good call. I like that. Yeah.
Right, let's see if we can find somebody who'll sell us some fancy stuff then.
Okay, so whoever's doing the trading will need to make their networking roll, and people that are supporting can do so.
Buy some furniture. There's carpentry places in Baltimore. Buy some wooden furniture and stuff like that. They can't manufacture.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
So anyway,
Someone else helping you with the networking?
It's not going to matter because you take Fry goes with you to do the networking, and you walk into the shop
You
that's
were reading
selling
from
the
last night, isn't
furniture. Goods. And the merchant that owns the shop is the guy that Fry stole the bracelet from last night.
Bugger.
I saw that coming.
And there is an almighty cry of "Stop, thief!" So you've got a couple of choices here, really. As a crew, you can make a run for it and set sail sharpish, or you can hand Fry over to the authorities.
Oh, we can't hide him. Kid.
He's only a kid. We can't hand him over, can we?
I like the "can we" at the end of that.
Well, that's what I'm asking the rest of the party.
I can think of another option.
Starts, we're going to need small Fry where we're going very much.
We say we're going to hand him over and then have an elaborate and staged chase with us trying to get him as he doesn't want to be handed over, with him diving into the ocean to his escape, and we saying, "Oh well, never mind. We tried to help, you don't know where he's gone," and sailing off, and then him climbing aboard somewhere after we've left.
I like
port.
that plan. Obviously, if the young lad just runs now, there's nothing we can do about it, is there?
Yeah, basically that's pretty much what Fry was thinking is I'm just going to take off, and if you guys want to chase me or not chase me, that's up to you. You guys work the rest of it out from there.
But there is something to be said. Maybe we should chase after him, going "Stop thief," shouldn't we, for a bit, just for cover, and then head back to the ship. I'm assuming we have a plan. We based on what Craze said, I suspect we have this as a standard plan for our nautical race species if they get into a spot of bother.
Right. Well, we'll call this a quick encounter then. We'll have an athletics roll from Fry to see how well he gets away, or alternatively stealth if you prefer, for ducking into places to hide.
Oh, that tried to be a 12.
It did try to be a 12, but that's more bumps and bruises for Fry. Everybody else, tell me what skill you're using to make this look convincing.
Athletics, obviously.
Persuasion.
Okay. Make your rolls.
I am going to fire a water bolt after the fleeing thief. Unfortunately, my aim's going to be completely off, and it's going to, unfortunately, cause some sort of damage of stuff falling between us and the thief, and I'll run up to it and curse loudly.
What, like a box of oranges?
Hang on, wait a minute. Well, apparently we're all going, he's over there, and pointing in different directions, and Crate apparently has spirited the guy away on a rope.
Looks like it. Well, nobody failed there, so you all managed to make it look relatively convincing that you actually had nothing to do with that wee little Kahana lad, and he just happened to be stepping in there at the same time. So you're still going to be able to trade with this guy and buy some of his goods. So we'll have another networking roll from you, please, Solomas, to see how much he's willing to sell you.
Terribly sorry about that and all that.
And a +1 from Josiah there as well to Solomas's persuasion roll.
So if we ever come back to Bolton,
What can I like?
show your face.
Oh, right.
I'm fairly certain
better
one
of-
Kahana looks like another to most of you.
Yeah, but he's a
Sequani.
little Kahana. Until he grows up, he can't show his face.
Okay, so you can buy up to 6 cargo spaces worth.
I wouldn't buy a whole lot because Caleb's Rock is not going to buy a whole lot.
Yeah, Caleb's Rock might not even buy any. There's a possibility.
And what we sell, can we sell it in New Madrid for a profit if we don't make it at Caleb's Rock?
In New Madrid, you can sell it to break even.
What about on the what about Tut? What we buying
I
here?
can't remember. There's a market in Carcia, if I remember.
Caresia, there's a market in Caresia, but again, it'll be goods will be
Buying goods.
sold at 200 in Caresia as well.
Tuck doing? Tuck is no point in the Tuck, no.
And Rasserton, Tuck, you'll actually lose money.
Loose.
Rasserton, you'd break even. Caleb's Rock is the only place that you can make a profit on it.
Unless
they
you want to swing,
buy-
unless you want to swing to the other side, and then Kuna
And go
would,
to Jo-
you'd,
Yep.
you'd make a profit.
Or Jomba
Well, I say, why don't we'll go with the plan? Why don't we buy the full 6 because we've got the chance? We'll sell what we can at Caleb's Rock, and if need be, mind you, 6 they won't ever buy 6, will they? Well, you know what I mean.
No, they
I
won't.
don't. No.
The best you can sell there would be 4.
So buy 4.
Buy 4, and if the worst comes to the worst, we'll have to. If the worst comes to, we're buying something that doesn't perish. So if the worst comes to the worst, we'll sail into New Madrid, yeah, and we'll just keep him in the cargo hold. You never know; they might be useful for any other reasons. There's something to be said for having some cargo for bartering purposes, or other reasons as well. So it's not the end of the world if we don't sell it all at Caleb's Rock, is it?
Yeah, mind you, for that matter, you can only actually afford 4 anyway, because your ship's Skitty has got 1,230 pieces of 8
Oh,
in
well,
it.
then we'll buy 4 then.
It'll cost you 1,200 to buy 4 of them.
That's
We're going to end up in Marseilles on the way back anyway. Because we'll have to run it, we'll have to hightail it out of the Flumes, and I'd imagine the closest port's Marseilles.
Yeah, and we could always head down to Kuna on the way back, couldn't we? Maybe, but I think my gut feeling was we'll head to Marseilles, and then from Marseilles we'll head back north. Oh, hang on, how about we get a Karja? We can sell it as Karja. We'll hold on to them to sell them at Karja when we're heading over to the Coca Mountains.
The Grails will buy them.
Yeah.
Because Karja's the city on after, or the town. Grail are forever breaking their furniture.
Can't think why.
Not that they've got any trees to make things out of.
Okay, well in that case, now that you've got your goods on board and Fry has snuck back on board on the climbing up the ropes on the far side of the ship, let's support your local captain and get you sailing for Caleb's Rock.
Oh, Fry, you should just rest Fry today.
Unfortunately, it looks like he didn't. He tried to help, and he's not had a day's rest.
No, he should have had a rest.
Well, yeah, he was trying to help because he kind of messed things up for everybody.
Yeah, but you've been told to rest now. So you can get rid of your fatigue by not doing anything for a day. Well, that's the raise, which will get you moving 5, and let's see what the Zephyr does for you. So you can move 6 spaces today. And support your captain, though I think you'll easily get there unless it's a critical fail from the captain.
Oh.
I'm a better sailor than a water manipulator.
So,
and on the 6.
Indeed, you're into Caleb's Rock. So unless you're going to be carousing, it'll just be Solomas to see if he can sell the goods, and then on you sail.
My money is we'll head to New Madrid and carouse. What do you think?
We'll head to New Madrid.
Carousing.
Support roles.
Anyone supporting Solomas in his selling?
Not my face.
Hang on. So ask about.
I'll come for a change.
Fry is going to very quietly stay on the ship.
That's +2, isn't it?
That's a +2, yeah.
But by the way, have you got a spreadsheet for doing the costs?
I've got the master trading table.
No, I think I've got a spread. I'm just wondering because I think I've got a spreadsheet somewhere. Does it?
I've got all sorts of things in various places for doing it. But okay, so you've got a raise there. So we'll roll a d6 -2 to see what people are going to buy. At the moment, you can find somebody that will buy one lot, and the raise, you can either re-roll that d6 to see if you can sell some more, or you can sell the one that they're willing to buy for 10% more.
Nah, try and go for it. Try and re-roll it, see if you get more lots gone.
Need to re-roll it?
We can't do
roll
any
a d6
worse,
then.
can we? We can't do any worse than a 1. Yay!
Well, there you go.
We sold the
Yeah,
4.
You've sold all
See,
4.
He's gone back. Went, look, I've just bought it, and it's caused the rush.
Yeah. Wow, it's amazing. Where did you get it from?
Fish.
Yeah. We're at Caleb's Rock, yeah? Selling goods at Caleb's Rock. Nice.
And then somebody wanted to buy food. Get some
Yeah,
fresh
figure we can buy as
vegetables
much
and
food as we can carry and take it up to New Madrid because they should buy all of it.
Aye, population's high. It's quite Madrid. They're always quite looking for fresh food.
So that's going to be, again, networking to find a seller of food. Or find as many sellers of food as you can. Is Craig keeping the Fry Company on the ship, hiding his scarred face from everyone? I'll take that as a yes.
Yes, sorry.
Have a wee look at
I was
the
just
farm.
thinking that maybe they could find somebody to sell seasonings, but that'd just be a salt seller.
Right, so we've got a +1 from Kralamos, a +2 from Josiah. That's a +3 to Solomas's roll.
Yeah, I'm having a poke about the local. I'm going to ask. I'm actually walking around the wilderness of the the edge of town, the farmland.
Okay, 5 successes. So you can, well, that will get you 1. Each of the successes you've got, you can either re-roll the d6 to see how much is available to buy, or reduce the cost by 10%. And you've got 4 successes to play with. At the moment, you're only able to buy 1 space of food.
So, if you take it, we've still got goods on board then.
No, you've sold all the goods.
Right. Okay. So what else we carried?
You got 366 provisions.
Yeah, and a cargo space.
Yeah, because your ship provisions stores only holds 250 of them, so some of the provisions will be in the cargo space regardless at the moment.
So I'm sorry, I'm looking at the old sheet. All the goods are gone then.
Yeah, we sold the
Yeah, the
goods.
goods are gone.
So we got 1, 2,
So
3,
that'll give
4,
us
5,
2,
6,
3,
7.
4.
7 slots.
Yes.
You've got 9 slots.
Oh, 9 slots, and then we realised we get to 10. So we can
Yes.
buy up to 10 cargo spaces worth of food, providing we have enough money to buy
9 cargo spaces worth of 9 cargo
9
spaces.
cargo spaces of food.
Yes, but
Yeah.
in Caleb's Rock, D6 minus 2 will be available. So it's a matter of 4 would be the most you could ever buy. You've got, at the moment, there's only 1 available, but you've got 4 successes on the networking roll to play with to either buy the stuff cheaper or get more of it. At the moment, there's only 1 available unless you want to re-roll the D6.
Oh, sorry, I
I
didn't
would,
realise
I
we
would
forgot
start
that.
with. Yeah,
So
I would
re-rolling
start with
again?
seeing if we can find more. Yeah.
Let's see if
So-
we can find more and then buy it cheaper after we find more.
Okay, well that gets you 1 still. You've got 3 successes
3
left to
more
play with.
to go, have I?
Yeah.
Go ahead and spend another one.
Yes!
Ah,
There
there
you
you go. You've
go.
got 4 spaces left.
And we've still got 1 roll
And-
left, so we get that cheaper,
we
don't we?
reduce the price with the.
We got 2 rolls
roll.
left.
Yeah, you've
Ooh.
got 2 rolls left.
We use that to
Uh,
reduce the price, yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Use that to reduce the price, which with the 2 rolls that will basically cancel out the tax that you're paying. So you won't have to
Nice.
pay the tax because of the discount. So food in Caleb's Rock is 100. That's going to cost you 400 for 4 spaces of food. Tax is all paid.
Huzzah!
Take 400 off the ship's kitty. And since you're not carousing and you're just sailing on, support your local captain, folks. Well, Cray and Solomas are doing a sterling job, while Kralamos is just covering himself in water.
Well,
look,
there's obviously a
Fry does
squall
a good
coming
job
in
there
from
as
the
well.
Flotsam Sea. That's the problem.
Well, that's going to allow you to move up to 6 spaces today, Josiah.
That way, please.
So sailing on past Caresia.
Going back to boating today.
Oh, and we have an encounter in the Pirate Sea.
Yeah, we had a bit of a speed wobble there coming around Kenny's corner, I think.
Yeah, there was something going on there. And as you're sailing past Caresia, there is a merchantman coming out, not terribly low in the water.
We pirates.
That all depends on what you do when there's a merchantman with a half full hold sailing out next to you.
That's why I was asking.
We are not pirates.
I didn't think we were, so we'll just.
We're not
we'll
pirates.
just...
Not pirates, and we've got nowhere to put it. Anyway.
Why don't we pull in close, signal to them, find where they're headed? If they're headed to New Madrid, there's an argument for us going together. Strength in numbers.
Do you want to
If you can keep up
signal
this.
to them then?
They can keep up with us, of course. Yeah. The frigate's faster than us, isn't it?
You're on a frigate.
Oh.
But it's a matter of whether or not do they have an air mage and do they have magic sails like you've got?
Oh yeah, but surely the Taris the Zephyr will cast but not affect both of us, surely.
That's what I was going to say.
But the magic sails might not. But you could always slow down to their speed if you want to.
Well, it finds out if they're heading to New Madrid or not, really. But
Well,
we
let's
just
see.
let
Are
them
they?
go.
Well, if you signal to them, you can signal to them, do a bit of semaphore, and there's no cards left in the deck. I'd best reshuffle. Let's reshuffle the deck and see what happens. They are heading to Marsales, but they'll be going past New Madrid to get there. And they're happy to sail in convoy with you if you would like.
Aye, fine, happy with that. 2 frigates, nobody's going to back a one. are they?
2 frigates. There's something to be said for 2 frigates, as opposed to 1 frigate, isn't it?
Yeah, people say frig that.
Okay, so support your captain, folks.
I'm obviously still tidying up the semaphore flags.
Yeah, clearly.
Solomas is helping me.
Confused.
Yep. But you've got a +2 from
Flags
Cray
all
and
over the
Fry.
place.
So that's still a raise. But you will be slightly slowed down by the other frigate. But with that from the Zephyr, you'll still be going 6 today.
I was doing 6 today. Are they? Did they keep up with us?
They sail 1 slower than you, so because they don't have the magic sails that you've got, so that slows you down a little bit. But the captain of the Maiden of Ograpog, one Norris Nall, does invite you all over to eat at the captain's table.
Oh, that's jolly decent.
His table on board the Maiden. So I think that's a good opportunity for us to do a thing that I've forgotten the name of.
Dramatic interlude.
Interlude.
That's it, a dramatic interlude. So I shall deal everybody some cards.
Ooh, this is weird.
Why is that going to be weird?
I'll make shite up now.
Yeah, you're going to have to make some stuff up. Kralamos is going to be up first as well.
Oh, no, Solomas.
Sorry, you're right. Solomas is up first. Sorry, I just saw that. No, that's definitely Kralamos at the top.
I was looking left to right. You were trying to figure
I
that.
I was looking at the cards.
Oh, I didn't notice you'd done cards on the combat tracker.
Yeah,
Clubs,
they
clubs,
need
clubs,
different
clubs, 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 clubs.
What?
I'm trying to find interludes, and they're not.
I brood
showing
who's
up.
angry about something. A tale of misfortune from a tale of misfortune from my past, obviously. Right. What's my background? I was off for so I will tell the tale of the night the Sea Hags came, and I'll tell the tale of the night the Sea Hags came, and I basically describe, tell the fight that was had, and how the pride, our ship was one of the pride of the Kraken Navy, and us and the 36 other ships that were basically sent out. Our ship is the only one that returned, and 95% of the crew did not come back with her. We limped into port, and that was basically too much for me, and I was given I was put on extended shore leave, which was against what I wanted to do. I wanted to take the fight, carry on. I had taken the fight to the Sea Hags, so I haven't resigned my commission, but I have a stay of absence, as it were, which is why I'm currently serving under Josiah.
Have yourself a penny, sir. All right, Craig
Much
Cool,
so.
you have a spade. So a spade. Tell a story of a great victory or personal triumph.
I so programmed myself for a story of woe that I hadn't actually thought of anything good.
Well, tell the story of woe, and then at the very end,
How you overcame it.
how you overcame it with your acrobatic skills.
I'm really not sure how.
Spend a penny to get another card.
Always
in
an
order
option.
to earn a penny. No. Okay. My previous trip to Tourist Car was when I was with a crew on a different ship, and I was pretty low on the roster. And a group of our crew got caught by some red men, and the captain and first mate were amongst those who were caught. And I was with the party who mounted a rescue. We found them tied up, being sacrificed for blood magic. But we snuck through the trees, and we were trying to find a way to rescue them, and we thought there was no chance, we were completely outnumbered. But then I noticed a T-Rex baby in its nest, and I made the very daring, and some would say stupid when I was drunk at the time, maneuver of picking up said T-Rex baby and running into the clearing and throwing it amongst the red men, and bolting back out again the other side, knowing that the cries of the baby would bring the mother. And we got the help of the T-Rex mother coming in and completely destroying the red men as we were able to untie our crew amidst the confusion and run away to safety.
Oh, sounds like a dramatic and exciting time. Right, Josiah, you have a diamond, as does Solimas. With a diamond, tell us a tale of something your hero wants or already has. It might be a material possession, recognition, a political goal, or even a trip you wish to take to some amazing destination.
Oh, I've already got her. She's not old at all. She's got a bluff line, and she carries quite a wonderful wave. You know what I mean? And with magical sails, she can go anywhere that pleases. It's not just a. Some people would just call it a ship, but it's not a ship. It's home. It's a family. It's freedom to go anywhere it please, with only the wind as your master.
Oh.
That's what a ship is. A ship is freedom.
Thanks, Jack.
Wow, Solimas.
My turn. Shit. What am I getting?
You have a diamond, so again, it's same as Josiah had.
Oh yeah.
So something you want or already have.
Well, what I want is something I should have, but I haven't.
And what's that? You're at dinner with.
I want to be able to use my magic powers that all my fellow Kraken can use, but I can't, which is very sad for me. It always made me feel like a loner, and I had to turn to charm and wit to get by, because otherwise the girls all ignored me.
Oh.
Couldn't even make fire come out of me fingertips. I was very sad.
Not having been aware of that before, and obviously from a role-playing and advances perspective, I will be happy to teach him to see if I can teach him in the ways of water magic if he wishes to take an arcane background at next level, of course.
Which he can do, yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that was possible. Everyone said I didn't have the knack.
Well,
I'm sure
you might not.
I'm sure you'll get
always
there
try.
eventually. You just need to get cracking, and then you'll poop it in.
Boom, boom.
Actually, of course, the issue might be Kralamos is, of course, Solimas is obviously, like myself, like probably most of the other Kraken, have tried to teach you the ways of the water. It may be that your path lies on a different approach, and Taris may well be the one to unlock. Maybe you've got a hidden talent of fire or air in you.
Ah, that could be it. Maybe that's it. I do definitely have a lot of air.
Now that could be it. You're full of hot air.
Yeah, so maybe it's air. Oh, sorry about that.
And then finally, Fry. With the three of hearts, a tale of your greatest love, lost, found, present, or waiting on you somewhere.
It wasn't that long ago, and I was doing a little bit of exploring around the house, around the shoal where I grew up, and suddenly some octopons started attacking, and I was just kind of trying to figure out how I could help to fight them off, because I mean there was a whole bunch of them, and they were just really big and mean, and I saw one of them kill my mom. Did my mom? And he walks off into a corner and just kind of sits there a little bit.
I'll take him a rum.
Crakel's response to everything is just get drunk. Oh, thank you for sharing with us, Fry. So you have a night at the captain's table, and then the following day you will easily make it into port in New Madrid. New Madrid being the home of the Spanish Guild. There's a large, impressive cathedral in New Madrid, which those from Earth may understand, but those that are native Charybdans, this religion thing that the humans do is a little bit weird to you all.
Yeah, it's like a church, but bigger.
Hmm.
But it's very popular. People like it.
Oh yes, it is, and New Madrid is also known for they're called bullfights, but quite often it's not a bull that's actually fighting. They've been bringing in yellowbacks from Torath Kar to serve as things for people to fight one-on-one with nothing but a small sword and a cloak. It's apparently quite dramatic to see it happen.
Yeah, but I'm sure they stab it. If they stab, don't they poison it and stab it a few times? So.
It took me a while to work that out. You see, I'm just sitting here going, I know where I'm going to find him.
There you go. You can have a penny for working it out.
I thought you go to it for. I know you. You like your. You like your.
Puns and
references, and also, let's face it, I know you're a fan of all things musical, so I thought I know what this is.
Well, when you go and drop, when you head into the barber to drop it off, and you get a very strange look from the barber as you walk through the door, because Kraken don't have hair. And
I'm here for a tentacle polish. I say loudly as I step in through the door and then shut it.
And you get a okay, very good, sir.
Then obviously I shall hand him the letter.
Which he takes away and takes into a back room, and comes back a little later with a little pouch which he hands over to you, and asks if you are a friend from the East.
A horrible feeling that's the Kieran Empire, so I shall just...
The British East India Company.
Oh, a friend of the East... Oh, of course, I'm an idiot. I took it too literally.
East or yeast?
Yes, I will say...
Yeast?
Friend of the East. I would say, I sail in many directions, but I do tend to favour the East, yes.
Then he sort of looks carefully from side to side, looking out the window, and then says to you,
I shit the sleep, I shit, and on the sitting sheet I sit.
well, you might say that.
That's really annoying. We're not going that way.
Mm.
Well, I think what we should do... Urgent, though. That's the question, or is it? Probably is, isn't it?
It is.
I've said no.
You certainly get a sense of urgency from him.
Well, obviously, then I better. Is it written or verbal?
He has a written message.
Actually, I don't really care about the ECD company, so I can take it anyway. And deliver it on the way back.
Okay, so you take
hang
it.
Hang on. No, I've got a code of honour. I'm going to say. I think I will have to be clear with him and saying, unfortunately, I'm unfortunate. I'll be honest. I'll tell him. Unfortunately, we're heading up to the Gehenna Flumes. It may be some time before I'm heading southwards. Therefore, I will take the message, but I cannot. Unfortunately, with the crew and the captain, I don't. And people, if it's that critical, I don't know who we can trust. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I forget. But
in which case, he says, if you're willing to take the message, please do. But he can't give you the money in case he can find someone else to take the message more urgently.
I agree. That seems fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not necessarily doing it for the money. It's a non-relevant thing, isn't it?
Then he thanks you, and you now have a slightly different piece of paper that's been sealed with wax.
Okay.
Well-polished tentacles.
And very well-polished tentacles.
Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot I had code of honor, so I needed to check that first.
No.
I have an
So
officer,
Krallos
so
goes
I'll
off
give him
Krallos goes off and gets his tentacles polished. What about the rest of you?
Can
Fancy
we?
getting my tentacles polished. Actually, sounds quite good.
I was going to say, can we afford to buy or get hold of more canister shot?
I'm sure you can.
Because we're going to need it in a minute. I don't want to do the kind of flumes.
Yeah, we've only got two.
In a minute, do you know something we don't know?
Well, do you know whether have you heard the stories? Kind of flumes with the swarms of Kenna come through the surface.
It's relatively cheap. It's 5 pieces of 8 for canister shot with the powder for it.
I've never been to the Kahana flumes. I hear it's where the sea boils.
Well, Fry will probably tell you something about it. If you can remember, if he's ever been there.
It's not that bad, guys. It's kind of pretty down there.
Yeah?
Yeah? We might get a few. You never know. We might get a few nice things floating about.
I did hear you could get a lot of treasure there.
Well, allegedly, but it's a volcanic vent. It's a bit like there's only two. One in the Kenna Flumes and one in Cloaca, which obviously a set of mountain range. But that's Kenna's supposed to spout out stuff as well.
What is it about this crew and being around volcanic activity?
Is it the Kahana Foods for that
frustration.
second mini campaign that they released a while back? Is that around?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all about saving the Kahana, wasn't it? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played it or run it. I just remember from the conversion. Good.
Well, I know you haven't played it or run it because otherwise you'd have recognised the Walking God last time, because that was the Walking God that came from that one.
There you go. And one of your characters in your 50 Fathoms that I nicked and used in my games was he was looking for his long lost daughter. One of the characters. And his daughter was the person in that campaign.
Cool.
It turned out. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to buy a canister, not a problem. 5 pieces of 8 per round of canister. You've got 4 cargo spaces of food to sell. If you want to buy stuff, tell me who's going shopping and what you're doing in New Madrid.
I'm only interested in buying canister shot that I figured out because I think it's going to be the same routine as the canoes of. If we get swarmed, we're going to have to fuse canister.
Okay, well, how much canister do you want to buy?
Let's see, so
After a healthy dose of paranoia.
14 at least.
14 at least. Okay, so that's going to cost. Are you spending the money yourself, or are you spending that out of this ship's kitty?
So much is it?
5 each, so 14 will be 70.
70. So let's have a wee look. I'll pay for it out of my own pocket.
Okay.
Interesting level of paranoia response there.
So am I selling the food? Am I?
If you're going to be selling the food, that'll be networking from you, and anyone that wants to assist you can go along and help. So Kralamos is busy being paranoid around New Madrid.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is a bit weird. Aye. Kralamos needs to be a wee bit careful here.
I'll have a common knowledge roll from you, Kralamos.
Spanish Inquisition are not part of the church.
Yeah, while the Spanish Inquisition are not part of the Catholic Church, they do still have a fairly strong presence in New Madrid.
They've been. But the funny thing is, this is the weird thing. They're not part of the Catholic Church, but they don't actually disown them.
No.
So
Nor do they.
They're having their cake and eat it, basically.
Yeah. So is anyone supporting Solomas as he's going off trying to sell the foodstuffs that you've picked up?
Bueller.
Oh, somebody's got shiny new dice. So Josiah's helping you find a buyer, giving you a +1, Solomas. Which is a raise. Let's see how much you are able to sell. So we are in New Madrid. D6 +3 can be sold. So you can sell the whole lot and you can get a 10% bonus for the raise. Food in New Madrid would be 330, 1,200, 1,320 you get for that lot.
Excellent.
You get a good deal on that. Your ship's kitty's looking good. You've got 2,550 at the moment in total. Fry, what are you up to in New Madrid?
Fry is actually going to go do a little shopping.
Uh-huh.
Because he would like to have a real weapon and maybe even real armor kind of thing.
Okay, so there are plenty of shops in and around New Madrid, and they will quite happily serve a kahana. What sort of thing are you after?
Trying to get it there. Now, couldn't get it to come up. I need some light armor kind of thing.
Okay, well, 50 fathoms uses that one for armor.
That's what I was looking for. Wow. All of that is way over the top. Yeah, we're just going to get some leather armor.
Okay. And what are you wanting in the way of a weapon? Are you wanting hand-to-hand weapons, ranged weapons?
Yeah, melee weapons. I specifically want something that will work underwater.
If we've got time, I would quite like to buy a flintlock pistol.
Can I go with him and make sure it doesn't get ripped off?
Of course you can. Yeah, if you want to buy yourself another flintlock, Josiah, feel free to do so. That'll be 150 pieces of 8. Anyone that wants to do shopping in and around town is free to do so. And are you having the crew do a carouse while you're here?
Plan, wasn't it?
In which case, if you're going to be carousing overnight here, I will need, once people have done their shopping, smarts rolls from everyone to see if they get themselves riotously drunk and stuff goes wrong.
Eat, drinking, be merry, because tomorrow it's going to kick off.
Mm.
Oh, they're gorgeous dice.
So, Josiah does not get riotously drunk and only spends 2d6 times 5 pieces of 8.
I missed the dice. It's smarts, isn't it?
You need to make a smarts roll first, because if you fail the smarts roll, your spendings are doubled. And Cray's are doubled anyway, because Cray is a squanderous sort. So Cray spends 100 pieces of 8.
So it's 2d6 times 5, isn't it?
2d6 times 5, unless you fail your smarts roll, in which case it gets a lot more expensive.
Right.
But for Cray, it's 2d6 times 10 because
I
Cray
don't
is
suppose
a
anybody's
waste
got
roll.
I don't suppose like anybody's got like 10 pieces of it they can borrow off you.
Yeah, somebody bailed me out last time. I'm happy to. Yeah, I'll pay that.
Right, you pay the last the thing with Bob, and I'll go and lie down over here.
Okay.
But that looks like just need a smarts roll from Solomas and from Fry.
I already did my smart.
Fry is not going to go carousing. Or
Unfortunately,
actually, I guess I have to, don't I?
you do have to go carousing because it staves off cabin fever. Whether or not you actually go drinking is another thing entirely. But so
Oh,
dear.
Fry gets in trouble.
Fry's going to get in trouble again. Right, so
I can help him out.
you're going to help him out, are you?
Yeah, I'm not that drunk. I only spent 35 pieces of 8.
Okay, well, 2d6 times 10 pieces of 8 will be what you end up losing one way or another, Fry.
Oh, good grief.
100 pieces of 8 down.
Okay. I've got it. Barely,
Are you
but I've
keeping up
got
with
it.
Me?
Now, the thing is, it might not be drinking, so you maybe Fry
Gambling?
got into a game of hide the lady, or the shell and pea game, or something like that.
Do you know what kind of restaurants they have here? Oh my gosh, the food is amazing.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I take it as a first.
He had
university
Doreen
eating
soup,
something
didn't he?
good.
He paid extra for the Doreen soup.
Ooh. I should take a penny away for that.
Are you trying to sushi restaurant?
Or treat it as a negative Benny if you're saying that, matey. Treat it as a
Yeah.
negative Benny.
Uh-huh.
There's no Doreen on the party, and he's a cat, and we all know what they like to get up to when no one's looking.
True, but you do have a Doreen in the crew.
Yeah, I didn't say it to him. I said it to us while we were at cruising. The crew carousing separately. That
Yes,
was
the
an
crew are
almost.
carousing separately.
That was an
This
out
is
of
very true.
comments character comment because I don't know what he got up to on his night out.
You know, it's
Point
some,
taken
Have
one.
you been
And two,
drinking in real life?
it's New Madrid anyway. You don't know what they get up to here. You can't tell me they don't have dodgy places that serve up.
Oh, they probably do. They most certainly do. I'm sure.
I think I've picked up a few bottles of grappa to take with me.
So, after a night's carousing, do you wish to stock up with any more provisions? You've got 346 left. Or you're going to go to the Kahana Flumes and come back.
Yeah, let's do that.
well, it depends, because don't forget, after this we are running to a big long run out to Kaja.
Well, do you want to try and stock up then while you're here?
Might not be a bad idea.
Right.
Actually,
well,
do we want to stock here or do we want to stock at Marseille? Because the prices may be a little cheaper in Marseille.
for provisions, it's always one per provision, regardless of regardless of where you are. But it will be a matter of how many hundred you can buy. In Marsales, you'll be able to buy 1d6 plus 200. In New Madrid, you'll be able to buy 1d6 plus 300. So you might want to stock up in both. But I leave that to you.
So we're sitting at what, 346?
Sitting at 346 at the moment. And you're using 20 a day.
Yeah, buying it both may be the best way to go.
Aye, so buy it here.
Okay, so
Okay.
whoever's leading the trading, support roles can be made to help them.
And I'll be doing the trading, I suppose. Yeah.
That wasn't my support role. That was me waiting to see if I noticed anything today. I will have obviously put the note somewhere secure in my cabin, and then I'll go help with the trading.
Is that +3?
That is a plus 3.
Should be good.
Well, so d6 plus 3. You're going to be able to get
That's a lot, actually, isn't it?
900 provisions are available at a cost of 900 pieces of 8.
In my
Well,
imagination,
one
are
each.
you going to smash through 880 of them?
So do you want to buy all 900?
But it's going to fill up 2 cargo holds, isn't it?
You'll get 250 in the ship's provisions locker,
Aye.
which will leave. That'll leave 96 in there because each of those can take 500.
Buy the lot. Buy the lot. We'll run us. Unless anyone's got any reason to stop off from us, we can do a straight run
Yep.
to the Kenneth Looms.
There you go. Yeah,
Yep.
you've got 496 in one cargo space, 500 in another, and
Which is a bit
250
over
in the
top.
ship's stores.
It's an up, but it's a 29 day. There's a 29-day trip out to Kaja. So if any, I don't know what's going to go wrong in the Kenneth Films, but just in case we have to go promptly to Kaja, we should be ready for it.
Okay. Well, unless anyone has anything they wish to do before leaving New Madrid, we can prepare to set sail.
Any last wishes?
Anything anybody wants to get before you go to the Kahana Flumes?
No, I don't think so.
Right, well, support your local captain then, folks. And are you, well, it'll be up to you to decide if you want to go into Marsalis before you go straight up to the Flumes.
Nah, we're going to go a straight run on the Flumes.
For some
Oh, look
reason,
at that.
Kralamos seems very keen to get away from New Madrid.
Yeah, Kralamos really wants to not be here.
Yes.
That's the raise. That's a raise there. Where did you hear that, Cray called?
Well, somebody said that if you're talking to a king, you should always call them sire. And he's Joe Sire, so he must have been a king.
Must have been. Right, well, you're moving a full 7 today.
3, 4, 5, 6.
You being followed.
Why would we be followed?
No, I'm looking out while doing the boating and everything else, and obviously I'm hoping that the swiftness of our ship means it doesn't matter if we were.
Well, there are other ships that are sailing to the Kahana Flumes. It's a well-known. It's a place where many ships do go to scavenge the gold and other metals and minerals that rise out of the volcanic vents. But either you're moving too swiftly for anyone to follow, or you are not being followed.
Okay, or they're very good at it.
Or they're very good at it.
Yeah,
and any of these could be true.
Indeed. I'm sure it's okay. Nothing to worry about.
So
Aye, you
after
could-
this-
I don't know how much. I don't know how much money I need to add to my inventory, and I need to. Oh, and the other half of it, I need to add to Sonimus's.
That would be another 50 each.
They say I'm paranoid, so why on earth would anybody be following us?
It looks like you've been noticed watching out to the aft, Kralamos.
I'm just making sure that. Well, I'm just making sure that there's nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. And I'm afraid, Captain, I am honor bound to not reveal certain pieces of information as an officer of the Kraken Fleet. But if I feel at any time it puts the ship in danger, you will of course be the first to know.
As he wiggles his tentacles, there's nothing to see here. I'm not the Kraken you're looking for.
Mm.
He's cracking up, is what he is.
He is.
Keeping my word.
Right then. Support your captain then, folks, for the next day's sailing.
Tell Sunny Boss, because we didn't get paid anyway, so I'm doing it now for honour.
Oh dear.
Ouch.
Oh, you're going to tear one of the sails, aren't you?
Or end up dangling upside down from my ankle. I don't know.
No, I suspect what you'll fail to notice that one of the sails is trapped, and when pulling it free, it's cold.
And this causes you to slip and fall to the deck.
Like I said, ouch.
Yes.
So not only are you going to lose one point of travel speed, you're going to get fatigue from bumps and bruises. So that will be moving 4 plus the Zephyr.
And in fact, is that so? Can I not ignore 2 points of penalties from the athletics for using ace?
Yes, you can.
Means
So
my
you're gonna-
+2 is not cancelled out by Gray's -2.
That's right, yes. So you're still going to get to move 6, but Cray ends up with a bit of a sprained shoulder and maybe a slight limp. Right, now that you're deep within the Kahana flumes,
Where's the Temple of... Oh, Fry about the Temple of Earth. I hadn't noticed that bit until now.
let's have a common knowledge roll from Fry. Because if Fry happens to know, that will be very handy for you.
Aye, so Fry, what can you remember? Oh, I know
Yes!
you were probably young and
Yes!
traumatized by it all.
Look
Maybe-
at that. So
Maybe
Fry,
his mum was a
Fry knows.
priestess.
We
Maybe.
traveled there. No, she wasn't a priestess, but we did travel there once.
So Fry can tell you the area that the Temple of Earth is. It's quite deep underwater.
Oh, that's okay. It's not. I forgot I'm a Kraken. That's not a problem.
Yeah, it's underwater. There's a wreck of a ship quite nearby it actually, which shows where the entrance to the tunnel that leads into the Temple of Earth is. The temple itself is in an air pocket, but is mostly flooded, and there are a number of Kahana there that treat the temple as their home.
Excellent.
But since Fry knows where to go, you're not going to need to sail around looking for clues and so on. Fry can pretty much point you to the place where you're going to need to go diving.
Brilliant.
I'm going to get wet.
It's probably just
Yeah,
gonna be-
isn't it great?
How did I get wet? How do I? Can't. Has not got any to get any magic or to get me down to dry.
What? You have looked around and realised what planet you're on, right?
That's a long. That's a deep. That's off deep. But that's deep water. That's a long way down. That is.
Now, Taris Tun pipes up at this point, saying, "Well, I can't cast any spells that can get us underwater, but I do have a potion of the depths, and there's enough for 4 people to drink it, and that'll let you breathe underwater for 10 hours."
It's just that I'm old and I run out of puff at the best of the time, let alone diving.
I'll take some of that potion.
And I'm sure Elspeth would be more than happy to allow people to drink from it that wish to be able to breathe underwater that can't already, which would be Josiah, Cray, and Taris. And then there'd be 1 dose left if you wanted to either save it for later or bring somebody else along.
I figured we'd take Tayan or hang on, Tayan is Doreen aquatic or they mammals?
Doreen are semi-aquatic. They're very good at holding their breath. And Fry might lick his lip. Fry might lick his lip when
Actually,
introduced
I'm
to Tane.
not. I am not. Actually, Pat, I'm going to rephrase that. I am not going to take a Doreen into a temple full of
Good.
Gehenna.
They'll think we're
Yeah, that's
feeding
what I'm
them.
thinking. I think he's going to. I don't think he's going to agree to that. Like,
Oh,
They
I
might already
agree.
be cowering below decks, suffering from some sort of seizure.
I agree.
he'll turn up in the middle of the night and cut your throat. No?
Hey, trust me, I'm sure.
The extras that you took with you onto Toreth Car, by the way, have all had advances.
Oh, they have?
Yeah. I gave them to them, so you don't get to choose them.
But we can't take anybody with us, can we? That could be short of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have one dose of Potion of the Depths left, but
You must have given him. You must have given him
be
stats. or
particularly
something.
useful down there.
And stats involved.
By the way, if we get a waterproof bag,
you don't.
Doesn't matter if gold gets wet.
Why would you need a waterproof bag?
gunpowder.
Oh,
It's on his main tab in the notes. Tane had his shooting advance to a D8.
Oh, I didn't notice the main tab. Sorry. Oh yeah, sure did. Yeah, I didn't notice it on the main tab. I should say.
Uh-huh.
Your reliance on smoke-powered weapons is. Well, that shows my forgotten knowledge history, doesn't it?
Mm.
Your reliance
Well,
on
we might as well
gunpowder is a
go
weakness.
diving then, I
It
suppose.
comes- I imagine Solimas, myself, and Fry are already in the water waiting for them.
Probably.
They're swimming around, doing backflips in the water,
Yep.
Oh, I can't do that. It'll be copyrighted. Damn it.
like dolphins.
I took a deep breath, ready to sing, and then I can't.
What about being under the sea?
I was thinking more bobbing along.
Oh yes. You're not old
Okay,
enough.
who's missing? Who's missing?
Ooze.
I'm trying to put you all on
sea
the.
slime.
I'm trying to put you all on a map, and
It's
the
not
ship went on, but but one of the characters didn't. I'm trying to work out who's missing. There's Fry. It's Solimas. Solimas decided he wasn't turning up.
Yeah, 1971. That's most definitely still under copyright. It's as old as me.
Puppy.
I know your age. Mwahaha.
Wahaha.
Right,
We
Uh,
had this problem before. Solimas didn't want to go on the map before and was being invisible to everybody as well. That was weird.
in the UK, it's based on the person's age that sang it.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't recall that from my music college.
It's called.
lessons.
Yeah, it's called the Cliff Richard law. It's true. Not making it up.
Right.
Because his copyright was expiring, and they went, "Wait a minute, I'm still alive," and they were like, "Oh, that's a good one." So he won his copyright.
It's 50 years after their death, isn't it? It's copyright
Yes.
usually.
Yeah.
Although I do believe there's something about media or something in America. They've made it 75 years. But then there was the funny.
Disney did something, but Disney's losing Mickey Mouse soon, isn't it?
Only the black and white version of Mickey Mouse, the original Mickey Mouse, the jet boat Willie version of Mickey
It's
Mouse.
absolute
Steamboat
bollocks.
Willie.
It's just
Steamboat Willie, but yeah.
Steamboat Willie
People
is. I was thinking
making
Jet
money
Set
off
Willie.
Someone long dead's copyright. It's ridiculous. It's like fucking
It's like
Mozart family suing you. For using music.
it's that Winnie the Pooh movie that came out just because it's on public domain.
Mm.
Ooh, that's rather pretty, isn't it?
Right. So Fry is able to tell you that near the bow of this sunken ship is a tunnel which leads in to the Temple of Earth.
You have to show me where you got that map from, because I want to see what the new animated water effect looks like on it, just for a side-by-side comparison.
I'm
Not
trying to
now.
remember where I got this one from. but yeah.
Not now, don't worry.
Yeah.
Because I was playing today, actually, and looking at the animated stuff, and they've added this animated water one that, in theory, you drag over instead of using the water effect. I'm intrigued to see which looks better. Anyway, Well, okay.
You could put bubbles on, couldn't you? You could get bubbles coming out of it.
Yeah.
Fish.
Ooh,
I'll have you all make a common knowledge roll though at this point.
we're swimming in feet. It's a D&D map. Failed. It's obviously about Gehenna. I don't know anything.
I know.
Okay, Fry and Cray definitely come out with as you're diving down. Hang on a minute, we've not got the pound of gold yet.
Oh, we actually need a
What
pound
was
of
we
gold.
doing
I
for?
thought we were picking up a pound of gold blessed here. Oh, we got the gold. We need to get the gold first, do we?
You've got to get the gold so you can take it to get blessed.
Well, that
What's
was a bit of a-
what's pieces of 8 made of?
No, you've got to get the pound of gold whole. It's going to be a whole pound.
Yeah,
So
but no,
we're
we've got a
putting-
farm age in pieces of 8. You get pounds worth of pieces of 8 if it's made of gold
That
in a
is
pile.
not going to work.
No,
It's
we're
got
going
to
to
be
fish.
the
We're going
right
to
kind of
fish.
gold. It's got to be volcanic gold out of the Carn of Flumes. I
So you-
thought we were getting that here. Sorry.
Now you might be able to get it
Yeah, I
here if
did
you
too.
scavenge around. You may be able to get it here if you scavenge around and look around enough. So
Well, let's scavenge them.
Let's go
Right, so-
scavenging.
Scavenge.
What's that going to be noticed?
Survival? Notice?
Dealing
on,
cards.
I'm dealing cards, and on each of your turns, you will be able to make either a notice or survival roll.
Notice them.
A D6 or a D6?
But the first thing
Hang
you're
on.
going to
First
see-
things first, though, I think we need to worry about the thing on the Ace of Diamonds.
That's the first thing. First thing you're going to see, and
Am I still fatigued?
yes, you are.
Bollocks. Okay.
Wait a minute, did that get an Ace of Diamonds? That was simply shocking.
It was.
That's
And
terrible.
Solimas's finger will buzz as a giant eel comes swimming out of the wreckage towards
Zzz.
you.
My fingers are buzzing. There's a giant
Yeah,
eel.
Why are your
Only
fingers
at the
buzzing?
moment Solomas and Kralimos can talk. Can Fry
Fry?
talk?
No,
Oh yeah, Fry can talk.
you've got potions of the depths.
Oh, I thought it was just water breathing, not water talking.
No, the potion of the depths allows you to act completely normally underwater.
And we can shoot this thing with our bows and arrows.
With bows and arrows, yes, though you will be at a -2 for wateriness.
I'm just going to stun it.
But black powder weapons ain't going to work at all. Solimas is up first, though.
yeah, okay. So I suppose
I
suppose
think I
telling
see
it
what
to
the
buzz
problem
off
has
is not
been
an
with
option.
Solimas. For some reason, his faction's set to neutral.
That
Yeah,
would be
that
why.
really explains we can't see him.
Mm.
So if I spend a round aiming,
Yep,
that'll give me a +2 on the roll, won't it?
it will give you a +2 on the roll, yes, or it will negate up to 4 points of penalties. It will negate the -2 penalty, so it will effectively be the same as a +2.
That's what I'm doing this round. I'm aiming.
You're aiming at the eel. Okay. Josiah.
Josiah is. Well, Josiah's going on hold because he can't do anything else.
Okay, you're going on hold.
I'll go wait for it to come to me. I've only got my saber.
Cray cooled. Oh, you can swim around.
Nah, wait.
And draw my sword.
Okay.
Am I allowed to go defensive as well?
Yes, because you've not done any actions.
So let me get this straight. You're going to use a metal weapon while immersed in water to fight off an electricity generating creature.
I haven't got any other weapons.
Yeah, what's the problem?
Bare hands isn't going to improve it, is it?
No,
At
I'm
least this one's
joking.
got sharp, pointy bits.
I'm only just being a bit tongue in cheek. Don't worry.
Right. Tarius Tun is going to be looking around to see if they can find any gold. No, they cannot.
Oh,
Kralamos.
no, wait, that's a fish.
Yeah.
Where?
With the raise. Okay.
Depth charge. Boing.
Right eel.
Yeah, so
No, it's
the
only
eel needs a
stunning it.
vigor,
Only a stun.
yeah, vigor roll at -2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apply your stun, sir, and the eel will start to float.
Shall indeed, once I can open the link. That work?
It did.
It took a while. I clicked on it and then nothing happened.
And then Fry.
Eat it.
Fry's going to spend his turn looking around for gold.
Okay, well, survival or notice, your choice. Okay, that is one success towards finding some gold.
How far can I How far can I move underwater? Because it's showing it in the feet, not
Yeah.
Isn't anymore.
It isn't anymore.
Oh, it isn't anymore. In that case, I swim my athletics dice, don't I?
The full
Yes,
pace you can go as an aquatic.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically the idea is I've stunned it and then I'm going to swim up to there and stab it with my bone sword.
Not in the same round.
Drown, may speak here. And
No.
move
If
full
I'd
pace
thought
when
about
swimming.
it, I could have multi-actioned, but then I wouldn't have got the raise, so no.
Okay, Josiah, are you coming off hold?
No.
Okay, so you're staying on hold.
Staying on hold. Starting the next round on hold.
Okay, so Taris
Yes.
Tun is up first. Taris Tun is going to continue looking around. Finding the gold is effectively a dramatic task, but I'm not putting it up on there because it's awkward for me. So. No, Taris Tun is looking in all the wrong places for gold. Solimas.
Oh, request interrupting.
Oh, Josiah wants to interrupt Solimas. All right then.
So what we're looking for is, I mean, obviously it'll be discoloured rock you'll be looking for, and there won't be any vegetation on top of it.
So that's giving a bonus to
So
one.
who's coming up next? Fry gets +1.
+1. Fry gets a +1 to his searching. Solimas then.
I get plus nothing to this attack, do I?
But you also get -0.
Yeah, so it's just right. Now I'm going to roll a d4 and get a 4. Watch.
Or you're going to shoot Kralamos. No, you got a 4. Oh, look at that! Beautiful. As the eel flips belly up and starts floating upwards, you skewer it perfectly with your arrow.
Ooh.
Well, I won't need to stab it.
Mm.
Yeah, kiddo.
Ah, and it's not dead though. It's bleeding blood into the water.
Oh.
Oh joy!
Did everybody? Because
Fry.
We'll take his +1 on his search.
Mhm.
Notice, whatever it is. 1, not 2. Thank you.
Which gets you a second success. And you're going to be heading over this way as you're searching for the gold. You're thinking you need to get in amongst the weed there to find something. Kralamos. I will have a notice roll from you.
do you know, I've got a bad feeling about this. With all these weeds and blood in the water. What could possibly go wrong?
Do what Richard Dreyfuss did and hide in the weeds.
Right. Well, Kralamos spots some more electric eels. period on the map.
I've just noticed there are fish.
There are, yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
I could have had them swim around the boat. I tried it on a map. Oh God, it's like
As
long
Fry
as
is swimming
it's
towards the seaweed, he's going to say, "I don't think we should kill those. I think they're part of the temple crew,
Oh. Is that the fish or the electric eels?
the eels."
They're attacking us.
Okay, cards. What do you expect? Just don't kill them.
But I don't know, did they? We just run up and stabbed one. Well, actually, we penalised one and then stabbed it.
Mm.
Right, and that's why I'm telling you not to kill anymore.
That was like, hello, how are you?
I didn't stun it. I didn't kill it.
Didn't say you did.
You stabbed it.
No, I
Let's turn that
didn't.
on.
You should. If you
I
had said
didn't. I
something
didn't.
earlier,
I
Fry,
swam up. I
about
swam
not
up to
killing
it to
any-
stab it, and some dubious ruling of letting someone use a wooden bow and arrow designed for air underwater and not have any range penalties for firing underwater
Okay.
killed it for me.
I aimed.
I gave him
Wow.
-2 penalty, thank you very much.
That's why I aimed.
Yeah.
Spent a whole round aiming.
It's okay. Don't
This
worry.
dummy you've thrown out
Which
the
is why my
brush.
shot was so good.
I'm still going to stab this one. I'm sorry.
You're going to stab that one, are you? Okay.
Well, no, I'm
Well, I
not
took
actually.
what
I'm,
he was
I'm
about
going to
to
go
kill
on.
it and-
Actually, no, I
was
won't
about
actually
to
because
kill
I
it and
can't
I
move
took
and go
away his
hold, can I?
glory.
You can't move and go on hold, no.
So I'll go back here and wait and see what happens based on what Price says. Instead, then I won't go on hold. And what I will do is I just rolled a really good notice check. I'm going to go on hold. Think about it.
Okay. You go on hold.
You moved it before I could put myself on hold.
I'm sorry.
You can
I'll
put me
put
on
you on
hold.
hold
Thank
then.
you.
I have done so. Right. This one swims towards you.
If it looks like it's going to attack me, I will respond. I will attempt to interrupt it, but otherwise I will take no hostile act.
Oh, it looks like it's going to attack you. So you need to beat a 9 to go before it does. You don't, and it misses you. So you then come off hold.
It did try to bite me.
It
Yeah.
did try to bite you, yes.
So much. Yeah, so how the hell are you supposed to not kill them? Okay, I'll use the flat of my blade in a non-lethal attack. The flat of my bone sword in a non-lethal attack. And miss.
And miss.
I was using the flat.
Yep.
End of my.
And another eel comes swimming over the top of the wreck. And this eel comes swimming over this way. Cray called.
I'm just trying to decide how much faith I've got in Fry's opinion.
I think he just wants us. I just think he wants. I think he's just waiting for us to get stunned by the electric eels. Eat us.
Well, maybe.
He's a Gehenna after all.
Okay, let's try doing a fighting trick on it.
So you feint at it, trying to keep your blade away from its electrical skin, and it swims around and very little really happens overall. And look at that, Fry's got the Joker.
Right, I'm going to have to disappear. I don't know. Give Cray to Josiah for the rest of the encounter.
Fry will continue to search for gold
Okay.
as soon as it becomes his turn.
You know, I didn't even once look to see what adventure cards I had. I forgot about them. Oh well, if they're good, you can play them.
Okay, that's another success. And you're certainly getting the idea that you probably want to be looking over this way. It won't do the arrow. Over this way somewhere, Fry.
Okay. Fry will continue moving that direction.
Okay. Being a native of the Flumes, you know the signs of where gold is likely to be, you see.
Evidently.
Tariston is hot on Fry's trail now. And then Solimas.
What am I going to do? He's dead.
Eel number 1 is bleeding out.
I'm gonna go on hold.
You're going to go on hold. All right. That eel is still bleeding out. There's blood everywhere. Eel number 2 goes. Bzzzt. He's going to swim past Kralamos, which means you will get a free attack on him if you want to.
I still think I shouldn't be listening to Fry, but let's do a non-lethal attack.
Well, you've hit it.
Non-lethal.
Ooh. Indeed.
Yeah, just knocking it
Yeah.
out.
But because I want to do something fun and I've got loads of bennies, I am going to try and soak that. So you just catch a glancing blow as it swims past, and then you see a sight that makes you feel a little bit upset as you see the electric ripple up its spine, and it lets out a blast of stunning energy. So both you and Kralamos and Craycool need a vigor roll at -4.
There.
So Kralamos is stunned, or possibly not. Kralamos is stunned.
That's just not fair. Have you noticed today, all I seem to do is roll 6s and 1s on my explodes.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not
Craycool.
going to get. I don't care if I spend bennies. I'm not going to get them. Spend bennies to recover.
Oh, Fantasy Grounds is not responding. So no, that is Craycool stunned. Why did Kralamos roll incapacitation? No reason he should have done that. And Kralamos is also stunned by the zapping of the eels. And at this point, drawn by the scent of the blood,
Oh, here we go.
We're allowed to hit these things, Fry.
of
No,
course
they're
you
all
may
part of the
interrupt
guardians
Solimas.
for the temple.
You say no? I didn't hear.
Yeah, they're all part of the guardians for the temple.
The shark as well.
So, Solomas, you're interrupting.
Yeah.
The shark
I'm
has swum in towards the blood.
Yep. Well, hopefully he's going to go towards the blood and ignore me, and I'm going to take aim at one of these other jelly deals.
Okay, take an aim at a jelly deal. Craycold is next. And remains stunned.
Oh dear.
Kralamos remains stunned unless you want to use a Benny to re-roll the vigor.
Past 10. Yes.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to Benny it anyway.
Okay, so Craycold is up and fine. Kralamos will still be remaining shaken, but will no longer be stunned.
Sorry,
So
was that my go? Yeah.
So yeah, Craycold with the Benny will not be stunned because you rolled stupidly well. So Craycold is only momentarily stunned and then is able to act. What do you wish to do, Cray?
I think we're going to slash the electrocute.
Go for it then. So you will be at -2 for being underwater, so that will actually be a miss, I'm afraid.
We can't take them with us, can we?
No, you cannot.
We can't take them with us, can we?
You definitely can't. So, we'll probably be ending this session halfway through a fight, and I'm not going to do the bennies till the end of the fight.
Right, okay.
Not your bennies, you're spending.
I know, but I've got common bond.
Aha.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, Cray has missed. Are we moving on to Kralamos?
Yes, we're moving on to Calamus as I flail around.
So, Kralamos was shaken, but you've used a Benny to recover from shaken, so what are you going to do then, Kralamos?
I'm going to beat them at their own game.
Okay.
Yeah, stun. I'm not going to re-roll.
Okay, you just a stun in that medium burst template, yes?
Yep, so it's basically should have been both. It should have targeted both the... Yeah, I have.
You didn't make it selective, so Cray needs as well.
I did make it selective, sorry.
Yeah, that's all. So no raise there, though. So the first one... Oh, is stunned.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. They're both stunned. You may apply your stun to them.
They're going to stun me. I'm going to stun them back. There you go.
Yeah.
Again, this is all me being non-offensive, but you know what I mean. It didn't apply to both.
You're always offensive, Kev.
It's quite slow.
That is quite slow.
Did you
but
the
they're
water
both
effect
stunned.
off?
I did, yes.
Oh.
And we'll do Josiah, and then we'll end it at the end of the round because everything's slowing down, and the sharks have just turned up to make life interesting.
Oh, so it's me.
And what I'll do is actually I'll put 4 successes into dramatic task there for Fry. But it is Josiah, yes.
It's Josiah. So I think that it would be awfully handy if Solimas get the right character sheet. If Solimas zaps the shark awfully quickly,
Solomos zaps or Kralamos zaps?
So that's very unsubtle, isn't it? I mean, that's very unsubtle. He shared with us how he wished he could cast magic, and now you're wanting him to cast magic.
Yeah.
That's just.
See, this is why you failed the persuasion roll, because both the Kraken are looking at you now like, what?
I'm going to cast magic, but I just can't yet.
Yeah.
Can I?
But he opened up his heart, and that's how you respond.
And you've stabbed him in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
and
dare you?
I've stabbed him in him.
Oh, so somebody's got a +1, somebody's got a +2.
So, I'm sorry, Solomon. I didn't really mean it. It's a slip of the tongue.
You mean man.
Solomon
I
is
can't
at
believe that.
+2, and Kralamos is at +1 to stun.
Okay.
As I start backing at orders. If you don't mind, there's not much on me, these old bones.
Right. Well, for tonight, we shall leave it there. I'll let you swim off. We'll deal the next round, and we will start. Oh, and the sharks will be going first next round. Next week, the sharks go first.
Well, that's something for the sharks to do.
Yeah.
Do.
I just found it, you know, like when you have archive pictures on your phone. I just found one that's from the school sent me a message saying why is Sam late for school this morning. So my reply was, space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise's ongoing mission to seek out new life and boldly go to school and be turned into a modern day slave.
Right.
That was about 4 years ago, but yeah.
That was about 4 years ago, wasn't it?
I was going to say, actually,
He's older than that.
I was going to say, I have to be honest, actually. I was thinking, my response would have been, isn't it the school holidays? But I missed the part where you said it was an old email.
I'm trying to find where this map came.
They used to ring me up and go, your responses are not very helpful. And I go, oh, fuck off.
He's a true Bulgarian, isn't he?
He certainly is.
I am, definitely. Bollocks to all of it. That's all I can say. Thanks for that. It was a very good session.
I enjoyed that very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I have no idea where I got this particular map from, but it is a very nice one.
Pretty.
I'm always finding maps. Just Google cave, underwater boat, whatever. Just do that and see what comes up in it.
Yeah, no, it was.
Make one in Fantasy Grounds. You could do it with all the tools. Just watch Josh a couple of times. You'll be able to easily make one of these.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I did actually make a map I did finally make a map in Fantasy Grounds.
It's a really good map, but it doesn't. But the assets have changed. It doesn't work anymore.
They haven't got to it yet. The map I made.
Yeah, I'm testing a new piece of software at the minute. It gives you the extension of Happy Little Assets.
Yeah.
Seen it? I like
Happy
it.
Little Assets. What's that?
Basically it's a palette. So you can drag your assets to a separate window, so you've got like a palette of assets.
Oh, the thing
that's
that
nice.
Bane did, yeah.
Yeah, the bit thing that Bane done, Happy Little Assets.
Yeah.
I'm trying
very good.
Bane's software, and oh, what a difference! Interface.
It is good, yeah.
Digital assets off. I'm already in the store because I was just downloading points of interest.
Yes,
So.
Here we go.
Bane's palette.
Instant dungeon crawl, undersea adventure.
Okay, I shall have a look at the scene. Thank you.
There may be other ones from their maps from there turning up later in the campaign.
Okay, then I won't look too hard then. In that case, I won't buy them just yet.
Oh, seeing the maps won't make that much difference to you, will it? So
That's true. But listen, what was? Bane's Joy of Painting, asset management tool. Is that it?
Aye, that's it. Try and give that a whirl and see if map making it's easier. Very intriguing. It's a nice idea.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
He's got like a little 4-minute tutorial video that explains what it does.
There was one I was eyeing up just now that looked interesting, just for a one shot, and it's not free. It's Blue Dungeon Generator in GMing. So I'm just waiting to see how automated it is. So I'm gonna watch the video on that in a sec. But anyway, I shall leave it there. Thank you, one and all. See you next time. Fun as always.
There you go. There's a link to the to that underwater map.